right, so good morning, everyone. Today's Thursday, January 14th, 2021. The time is 10:32 a.m. This is a meeting, it's an emergency meeting, actually, dealing with the Kootenai County windstorm that occurred yesterday here in the greater part of the county. Attending are Commissioners Duncan, Brooks, and Filios. And the reason that this is an emergency meeting is that because yesterday I did sign a disaster declaration. That declaration was based on the facts that there were a number of outages were basically rampant throughout the county, affecting both the Vista, Kootenai Electric. Roads are blocked. Some folks are still out of power. There has been at least one fatality that occurred on Route 97. And as such, I made a decision that instead of waiting for the 7 days to elapse, which we're entitled to do by law, that we should just proceed and ratify, if the board agrees, the declaration that I signed yesterday. So that's the reason for today's meeting. Do we have any changes to the agenda? Hearing none, our first business in action item is to ratify the resolution, that's 2020-05, which I signed yesterday. It's called the Disaster Emergency Declaration for Kootenai County Windstorm, which limits disaster emergency declaration to 7 days. So we would have had until next Tuesday, but who knows whether or not there'll be another. So I thought, let's take advantage of it and see it for what it is, that it is a true emergency, and proceed with the declaration. So is there a motion?
Sure, I move that we ratify Resolution 2021-05.
I second the motion.
Bill Brooks.
Aye.
Commissioner Duncan.
Aye.
Chairman Filios.
Aye. And so the motion is approved, and that ratifies the resolution that I signed. And so now it goes to the board level, which is approving Resolution 2021-06. Once again, this is the official declaration by the Board of County Commissioners, which has to have been done within the 7 days. And again, for the same reasons that I indicated earlier. Motion?
I move we approve Resolution 2021-06, which extends the disaster emergency declaration until it's revoked.
Okay.
I second the motion.
Bill Brooks.
Aye.
Commissioner Duncan.
Aye.
Chairman Filios.
Aye, and Resolution 2021-06 is hereby approved, and we're executing it presently.
And then I think we need to address, because we closed county operations, the designation on time cards should be admin time for those who did not show up to work. There were several departments that did remain open, and they will code time cards appropriately, but the ones who were not permitted to come to work will be for admin leave for that day.
Okay.
Is there any questions on that?
Any discussion? Public comment? Yes, ma'am. Gina?
Thank you for closing the admin building yesterday. I felt much safer at home than over here. So that if something terrible had happened, I would have been on the spot to take care of it.
Navigating the streets was truly a challenge. Okay.
Well, I love these big trees we have here, but man, when the wind gets whipping, and I think you said one of those came down on a neighbor's house.
Yeah. Actually, it was 3 trees that came down, hit the house, and just kind of squeezed it.
We love our trees, but they are, we have to
Tiffany?
remember where we are.
Did you want to speak?
No, I'm trying to keep that. Thank you.
You have to
Yeah,
come
come
to
on.
the microphone, sorry.
Thank you guys for moving forward with the resolution and approving it. I think it's very necessary from our partners there. They did experience quite the high call volume, and they've been out on the roads and trying to make it safe. And fortunately, Kootenai Electric has been able to restore some power, but there's still about 4,000 without it. So this allows us to kind of see what the costs are, and then it opens the door to get resources from the state if needed. But appreciate it, and hopefully we don't have another one for a while. So.
You have any word on Vistas, where they're at?
Avista experienced large, massive outages. Yesterday, they had about 62,000 without power in the area, and they had about 77 unique outages. This morning, they did restore quite a few of those, but I haven't had any updated numbers since that time. But they're working. They had a lot of people out last night.
Oh, I know.
Yeah,
They do.
they did a really good job.
Wonderful job.
You know, and as Tiffany just indicated, the declaration does allow us to tap into disaster relief funds with the state. Tiffany Westbrook, by the way, is our Director of the Office of Emergency Management, doing a great job. Thank you, Tiffany.
Thank you, appreciate it.
Any more public comment? Hearing none, time is now 10:37 and the meeting's adjourned. Thank you.